Hi everyone, Brian here, and today I'm going to talk to you about a snow globe we've created using applique and folded fabric. Now we decided to put our snow globe on an actual towel, and hooping this is really simple. All you need to do is fold right sides together on your towel, and as you'll notice, your hoops come with markers that help you center anything you'd like to place on it. So all you need to do is give it a nice finger crease or iron it if you like, and line it up in the hoop, and hoop it as far down as you can. You then just fold it over, put on the top of the hoop, and then as you can see here, I've moved our design down from the center, more towards the bottom because that's where we wanted it on this one. And I've run the first step in our design, which is the applique steps. This one's going to be a placement stitch for the applique, as you can see here. We'll then take our piece of fabric, place it down right side up, and we'll use some embroidery tape, or you can use spray adhesive at your home if you like. Just tape it into place so it doesn't move around on you. We'll then run our next step, which is going to be our 2-ply tack down stitch, which will hold the fabric in place. At that point, we can go ahead and use some scissors and just trim away the excess fabric, all the way until the next step, where you can see we've trimmed away all the applique, which that's all the steps there are in applique, which is a placement stitch, a tack down stitch, and then you trim the excess when needed. Then we'll go ahead and run our placement stitch for our first piece of folded fabric. As you can see, it's come up above the tack down stitch for the applique, just about a 1/4 inch, which will help us line up where we're going to place our first piece of folded fabric. So the first piece of folded fabric we'll place down, going past the placement stitch over the applique, just like so, face down, and we'll run the folding stitch, which is a 2-ply back and forth, which will allow us to get a nice finger crease, make it nice and tight. Then we can go ahead and tape it down. And then we'll run the next step, which will be the tack down stitch for the folded fabric, as you can see here. At that point in time, we'll go ahead and trim away all the excess of the folded fabric. And what's important to know is with folded fabric, you're only doing those 3 steps. You're doing the placement stitch, the folding stitch, and the tack down stitch. So what we're gonna do now is repeat those steps for the rest of the folded fabric, as you can see we've done here, as well as the embroidery steps. And then that brings us to when we're going to attach our clear plastic vinyl, which will help give it that snow globe look. At that point in time, we're going to tack it down with what we call a zigzag tack down stitch, which will go all the way around. It's not the standard 2-ply tack down stitch we normally use. You'll then take your scissors, trim away all the excess vinyl. You're then going to run the last steps, which will be the applique for the base and the satin stitch. You can then remove it out of your hoop using tearaway stabilizer, and then you'll be left with a beautiful snow globe towel.